So we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to Rev Sports. I am Shorjani Chatterjee and joining me today is Snehashish Mukherjee and we are back for the pre-match live. Now today is a Saturday and it's a double header. But before I get into the details of today's match, Snehashish, Astha is asking us why was there no post-match yesterday? Waited till 12. We're very sorry Astha, we are very sorry.
Yes, first of all, sorry that you waited to when we couldn't do that because see, I think the Commonwealth game is going on, right? And yesterday, the way the match ended it ended so quickly. So both me and Shojani were busy, regarding that Commonwealth part because Richard and Sir Rohan was sending so many things from their exclusive things, and hopefully that you guys are watching those things on our platform. So we are busy, editing those and so that we can deliver those on platforms on time for guys. So that we got caught up, and when we finally got some time, it was already 1.5 hours gone from the match being ended because the match ended so quickly because the way Ashley Gardner's team played, I think it was brilliant. So yeah, that's why we couldn't do the post. Sorry again, but today, as Subjani mentioned, we are back with the pre-match, and definitely we'll come back with the post-match after both games at night. We'll definitely come back for the post-match.
Absolutely, and now that you've mentioned, we all know that today the first match is between Sunrisers Leeds and Southern Brave Women. Now, Sunrisers Leeds, once again Deepti Sharma, and then you have Southern Brave, you have Jemimah. So it is interesting, a lot of talking points, and then the second match you have Welsh Fire Women versus MI London. Now, Welsh Fire, the last time Welsh Fire played, they played against Southern Brave, and I remember what had happened to Ashish. They lost the match. They were winning the match and then they lost. This is this one story that I always like to share. But let us just discuss about the first match because the toss is going to take place, I think, in the next 10 or 15 minutes. We'll have the updates from the toss. But before that, Snehashish, Sunrisers Leeds Women. First of all, the main talking point, Deepti Sharma. We saw that she did not get an opportunity to bat in the first because the first match of the 100 was between Sunrisers and, if I'm not wrong, I'm forgetting the name of the other team. I think it was between Sunrisers and MI London. The first match of the 100. The first match of the 100. So Deepti Sharma, she took crucial wickets. She did not get an opportunity to bat. But however, how important is she in the bowling lineup?
Yeah, no doubt about that. That whenever and for any team, whenever Deepti Sharma plays, she will be one of the key players to watch out for. There is no doubt about that. Even today, I think it was a decent outing for Deepti, especially with the ball. As you mentioned, she didn't get that much opportunity to bat. The target was so small that they managed without Deepti Sharma. But with the ball, I think she was good. I think the pitch was quite a bit lowish on that track. She bowled at a decent pace, which worked for her. And the two big wickets, she took the wickets of Ellie Matthews and Danny Whitehurst, two big wickets. And at that moment, if you can remember, Ellie Matthews was going at a good rate. She managed that good start for a team. So that wicket at that time and that reflex catch, it was a very sharp catch from her on her bowling. So it was good to see. Overall, two wickets. I think again it was a decent outing for Deep Sharma with the ball. Again today, I will hope that she continues that momentum because I think we were discussing I think in the previous live that in that T20 World Cup also we saw that the first game against Pakistan she was brilliant, 5 wickets. But after that she could continue that momentum. So I think that will be the challenge for her to continue that momentum to bring some consistency. But against Southern Brave, a good batting lineup, so it will be another challenge not for the I think for the whole bowling unit of Smash Leagues.
Now that we're talking about Sunrisers, I think another player that I have to mention is Phoebe Litchfield. We all saw in the previous match also coming in, scoring those 43 crucial runs. It was an easy match for them. We all knew that it was Sunrisers who would eventually end up winning. The odds were in their favour. However, Phoebe Litchfield, and we all know how crucial she is for any team. I mean, even for Australia. And also, Snehashish, you've seen the practice sessions as well. You've seen her throughout. You've covered matches for so long. You know how she is as a player. Your thoughts?
Like very exciting, too much energy. Sometimes we got to talk with her. Two friends were there after that India Australia game. So we were doing the live After the match, obviously India lost that game. So yeah, after that, when we were doing the live, two of his friends came and talked with us, and they also claimed that thing that she is always very energetic, and from childhood only that has been the case. It is not something new that they are saying. So very energetic and very positive kind of a character, I will say. I think one thing that stood out for me, I think she is very clear about her role in this team, and not only in this team. I think when it comes to the shortest format, be it T20s or in this 100 format, I think team have talked to it her and given her that free role that you can go out there and play your shots and try to score those quick runs. I think that is her role, and she is doing that. Yes, in that scenario, she might fail as well, because when you are going out there trying to play your shots from ball one or two, there's a high chance that you might fail, and she will fail, no doubt about that. But still, I think the way she has managed to pull up things so far in her career, be it for Australia, be it in franchise cricket, I think she has been already has managed to establish herself as one of the top players. And again, just like the first game, she would have to continue that momentum, and she is a very important player for this side, because last time also, a tournament winning campaign for her, and she was the player of the series, player of the tournament. So again, she would love to continue that, and hopefully she can do well going forward.
Absolutely. And now that we're talking about Phoebe Litchfield, I think her partnership with Annabel Sutherland in the previous match, it was also important because that 57 run partnership, if I'm not wrong, either it was 53 or it was 57. I have to check. But point being is that that partnership was very crucial. So your thoughts on Annabel Sutherland as well?
I think Annabel Sutherland ruled with the bat. I think this is the rule that you have to be there and try to stitch up important partnership, because I think I have said that several times that Annabel Sutherland is not kind of a player whom you can expect to go out there play at a strike rate of 150, 160. I think she can try that, but she is more as a batter, 130, 140, but she can be more consistent, be it at number 4, be it at number 5, 6, anyway. So I think technically very solid, and she knows how to play the long games, because she has shown that in ODI and in Test format of Australia already at such a young age. So overall, I think that partnership was crucial, and it is very easy when you get your Aussie teammates, right? So for Phoebe and Annabel Sutherland playing together, I think it is a very good thing to have for any for any team, and that is also worked in the first game. So let's see how they do. But for Annabel Sutherland, I think personally more than the bat, I think the bowler Annabel Sutherland is very crucial. The slower the variation, if the pitch remains same throughout the tournament, very a bit slowish, and where the cutters and variation might get help, I think Annabel Sutherland is going to be a big player for them. So more than the batter, I look forward to bowler Annabel Sutherland, especially in death overs. But still, she has all the capability, all the talent to go out and do a job with the bat as well.
Yes, Nehashish, and now that we're talking about it, I think we also have to talk a little about the captain of the Sunrisers, Daniel Gibson. We know that she came in and played that last knock. I think she scored 12
Hmm.
runs, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that explosive. It was an explosive innings. Then she took 2 wickets as well. But over here, there's a question regarding Daniel Gibson as the captain. So Avinash Arora is saying Danny Gibson did not use complete quota of Deepti's overs in last match. Hopefully they do today and win it for them. Why do you think the full quota was not used?
Hmm. Yes, I also saw. Yeah, I also saw that, and I was quite a bit surprised. I think she didn't bowl the 5 balls. But see, I think for Danny Gibson, there are options. They have many more options. I think that is why it's difficult for a captain to give full quota. Obviously, if Deepti bowling in her super rhythm, why not? You definitely go with the full quota of Deepti Sharma. But let's see what happens today. I think still any bad day of Deepti Sharma, even if you are going to see definitely Deepti Sharma bowling 15 balls, no doubt about that, because Deepti Sharma as a bowler is a crucial player. So again, just like Amber Sutherland, I think more than the batter, Deepti is the bowler. Deepti is important. But it will be on whether Kate Cross is playing or not. What are the conditions regarding Kate Cross, because she got injured? So that is the bowling option that we used to have. Let's see whether she plays or not. So if he doesn't play, then Danny Gibson has to come up with a different plan when it comes to
Absolutely, and the playing 11 is out as well as the toss is also taking place. So Southern Brave, they have won the toss and they have opted to field. I think this is a common pattern. Now in the 100, most of the teams that they are winning the toss, they are opting to
yes.
field first. The playing 11 for Sunrisers, you have Bryony Smith, Jess Johnson, Phoebe Litchfield, Annabel Sutherland, Lauren Winfield Hill, Daniel Gibson, Deepti Sharma, Darcy Carter, Sophia Turner, Cassidy McCarthy, and Hannah Baker. And on the other hand, for Southern Brave, you have Lizelle Lee, Maya Busher, Laura Woolward, Jemimah Rodrigues, Sophie Molyneux, Jodie Grecock, Naomi Duttany, Sarah Glenn, Izzy Wong, Lauren Bell, Tilly Cotty Coleman. Okay, so over here, Avinash Arora is saying Darcy Carter playing today. Playing today, Kate Cross out. Kate Cross, if I'm not wrong, she was suffering from it.
Okay, but yeah, she got that shoulder injury while going for the catch in the last game. But can you read out the Sunrisers Leeds playing 11 once more? I didn't hear Darcy Carter's name.
Sure. You have Bryony Smith, Jess Jonathan, Phoebe Litchfield, Annabel Sutherland, Lauren Winfield Hill, Daniel Gibson, Deepti Sharma, Darcy Carter, Sophia Turner, Cassidy
Oh
McCarthy,
yes.
and Hannah Baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Darcy Carter is there, and let's see why Darcy Carter is bad, because Darcy Carter had a good tournament for Scotland.
Ashish, could you please
So I was
rejoin
quite
the?
surprised to see her in the.
I think there's an issue with your audio. Could you please
Okay.
rejoin the live show?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of you have been commenting by saying that Snehashish's microphone is broken. I have asked him to join again. There is a glitch in his voice. But apart from that, I'll just read out the playing 11 of the Southern Braves once again. You have Lizelle Lee. I think Lizelle Lee was exceptional, even behind the stumps. The Freya Kemp run out, Jemimah picked it up and gave it to Lizelle Lee, and then she, did the run out. I think Lizelle Lee, irrespective of the stereotype that we've set for cricketers and for athletes, I think Lizelle Lee behind the stumps is reflexive. And considering the fact that she is not in the international circuit, she's not playing in international matches, she's playing these league matches and franchises, I think she's doing a good job. And as a batter also, we know what kind of explosiveness she has. We saw it in the previous match as well. Maya Busher, Laura Woolward, Jemimah Rodrigues, Sophie Molyneux, Jodie Grecock, Naomi Duttany, Sarah Glenn, Izzy Wong, Lauren Bell, Tilly Cotton Coleman. Oh, Snehashish is here. I'll just add to the stage. Oh no, he's not actually. He's left. I think there's some issue with his internet. However, Laura Woolward, the other day, we were doing this post-match show and Trishadi was there as well. And Trishadi was saying that the one thing that makes Laura Woolward great is the fact that, even when she's not in proper touch, she's still scoring those 40-odd runs. She's going out there, she's scoring, and the previous match, although, we know how the playing conditions are, but Laura Woolward has been scoring runs. I mean, she looks stuck in the pitch. She looks a little helpless, but she has been scoring runs. And it's kind of great because we all know the kind of capacity that she has and the kind of batter that she is. And to be very honest, we also have Jemmy. Okay, so over here, Avinash is saying Southern Braves were all over the place in the last match, although they won, but in field also and with bat also they were not looking settled. Absolutely, they were not looking settled. I mean, somewhere or the other they were looking lost, and at the end it was Lauren Bell who came into bowl, and then she took those wickets. After that, I think it was Sophie Molyneux. However, the wicket that Sophie Molyneux also took towards the end, I can't recall the batter, but what you have to keep in mind is it was of a low full toss. So Southern. Okay, Snehashish is here, I think. Yeah, I'll add him to the stage. And I'll ask him to continue. Snehashish, now that you're back, I was talking about the playing 11. And Avinash over here just mentioned that Southern Braves were all over the place in the last match. Although they won in the field and with the bat, they were not looking a settled side. And I was actually, giving an answer when I was saying that before Lauren Bell came into bowl, the match actually was not going in their way, and even though Sophie Molyneux took the wicket at the end, it was of a low full toss. So somewhere or the other, Southern Braves, they did look a little lost. It was. I think. Do you think it was the full credit has to be given to Southern Braves, or somewhere or the other the opposition, the batters, gave away their wickets?
Yes, I think some timely signals helped Southern Brave. Obviously, if you think all the four teams that have won so far in this tournament, only Southern Brave have not looked that much convincing when it comes to winning pattern. So I think in that case, obviously, I kind of agree with Avinash Arora that Southern Brave didn't look that much of convincing. But as of now, if you ask me, I think the most important part that win the games. I think for any team who hugs them, I think even on their bad day, if they manage to go out there and win that game, I think that only matters. So I think that might be a warning for today. Okay, maybe we are not up to the mark, but still we managed to get those important 4 points. That is all matters. But today I think they will come up and hopefully do well. Because first of all, when they batted first, I think at 90-minute they could have done much better considering the options they have for someone like Lee, Laura Ullard, Jemimah Rodrigues, Sophie. I think Sophie Molino scored those important runs. Otherwise, things would have been more difficult for them. And as a bowling unit also, they have fantastic options. So it was good that top bowlers like Gordon Wales, Sophie Molino also did the job with the ball. Those timely dismissals helped them a lot. But in every game, if they continue to play like that, that will not help them going forward. So I think they will have to bring out that A game today. But for that, I think they have to, level up the game a bit. Otherwise, it will be difficult for them. But still, a winning start. So they will come into this game with much more confidence.
Absolutely, Snehashish, and I think I made an error. I was talking about Lizelle Lee, and I was talking about that direct. I was talking about that run out of Freya Kemp and how Jemimah threw the ball, and I'd mentioned that
Yeah.
it was Lizelle Lee also behind the stumps and all. But turns out it was a direct hit from Jemmy, so that's an error that I
Okay.
made from my end. So I apologize. But however,
Yeah.
shifting our focus to the two players, Lizelle Lee and Jemimah. Jemimah, obviously, a lot of conversation has been going on regarding Jemimah. We know she's not in proper form. She's inconsistent. She looks very desperate when she comes out to bat. So do you think that desperation is the issue?
Yes, and I think wrong initiative also. I think considering the quality and that what do you call talent and prospect of Jemimah Rodrigues. She has been playing for India for a long time now, and talent quality that she has, you expect her to be much more confident, much more relaxed, and much more also consistent when it comes to batting. But somehow she has not been able to convert those convert prospect into performances. If you see only one match winning victory in the England series before the World Cup, first T20I, then two back to low score. In the warm-up man of the match, she didn't score that much. Throughout the World Cup, she struggled, and also in the Test match, she didn't score. Again and again, she is getting those starts, but couldn't convert those. So I think the problem is going. The problem has become. So I think it's high time for me to score some runs. And I think as we discussed earlier, so I think it's a great plan from the bowler that she consistently bowled outside of something short and wideish, and then angling in a came into the stumps. And Jamie was scoring at a good rate. Already 4 5 balls were gone. So I think she was looking for that. And it had to be mistimed because at slowish pitch you cannot go out there and start your shots. So I think that didn't help. But overall things are not looking good as of now for Jemimah Rodrigues. But still, every day we hope and continue to hope that a battle like Rodrigues will make a comeback, and if she make a comeback, she should continue that momentum. So let's see how she does today. But again, again, Sunrise is bowling lineup.
Absolutely, Snehashish. And I think we have to now shift our focus to the second match because we've talked a lot about the first match. The second match is between Welsh Fire and MI London Women. Now, although we have a lot of things to talk about, but you know that the India Zimbabwe match is also today, and there will be a pre-match show. So, but before we close the show, we'll just have a small discussion regarding MI London as well as Welsh Fire. Now, Snehashish, are you frozen or is it my screen? Yeah, now you're back. Yes. So I wanted to ask you about Welsh Fire. Now, see, against the Southern Braves, we saw the kind of collapse that they have. But apart from that, how crucial is Georgia Wall in the batting lineup? Because we've seen it in the previous match as well. We've seen the kind of ability that she has, not only in the previous match, but throughout the World Cup as well. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Georgia Ball is kind of a better. You would love to have her in your in this format as well. Her role will be, go there, maximize those opportunities in power play and starts that you can give in your team. I think that can give you the platform for big scores. So let's see how she does. But I think first game, I think she was good. She, I know when until when she was there, I think the chances were bright. No, sorry, for Southern Wave. Uh, but but for Bob, I just I got a message. I think network is problem again. What is
Okay, Snehashish has left now. Snehashish, she's back on the stage. Snehashish, hello. Okay, so there's some issue with his network. But we'll keep the conversation growing. There's a fun fact over here. I was actually going through the comment section. Uh, wait, okay. So Manish over here says, for those who do not know, the English 100 League team, Southern Brave, is owned by Delhi Capitals franchise. Therefore, Southern Brave jersey features the same design as DC team in the WPL. That is an interesting fact. That is a very good fact that you've shared. And you've also said, "Love you, my DC." Okay, and then he says, Manisha, okay, Manisha Bharadwaj, DC sister franchise Southern Brave, best of luck for today's match against Sunrisers Lean. You know what Snehashish sir history awaits. I mean for DC. Okay, but Snehashish is having some issues with his internet and he's having difficulty in logging in. So we'll close the pre-match show for the time being, but that does not mean that the conversation will stop. So all the things that we could not discuss in the pre-match show, we will come back in the post-match show and we will talk about it. Please, and I promise you, it will be a long post-match show. So we are not going to just wrap it up quickly. He's having some issues with his internet, but in the post-match show, we are going to discuss everything. So please stay tuned to Rev Sports. We will be back and we will discuss about both the matches in detail. But for those who, for those who have just joined the post show, I'm very sorry. We are closing it. However, we'll be back. Thank you so much for watching this.